Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. In the name of Allah, the most beneficent and the most merciful. Assalamu alaikum students. Welcome Pakistan International School Taif Virtual Learning System. This lecture is for grade second year boys and girls Pakistan Studies, and this is your third lecture. We will continue chapter 1. Chapter 1, Genesis of the Islamic Republic of Pakistan. In the previous lecture, we discussed the background of Aligarh movement and the objectives of Aligarh movement. These two topics we discussed in the previous lecture. I told you who started Aligarh movement or who was the founder of Aligarh movement. Sir Syed Ahmad Khan, he was the founder of Aligarh movement and he started Aligarh movement. In the 90th century, one of the most influential Muslim figures was Sir Syed Ahmad Khan. He was a brilliant man who did much to resolve the differences between the British and the Muslim after the War of Independence 1857. He convinced the Muslims eventually that education was vital for them and set up the Anglo-Oriental College at Aligarh. First it was school and then it rose into college, and he suggested only and only through education he believed could they recapture the great glory of their past. He discussed the situation with Hindu leader and saw how determined they were to rule completely. Although Sir Syed never actually suggested two separate nations, but he did tell the British very forcefully, and when political reform and independence eventually came, the Muslims should receive separate constitution. His ideas indirectly he based two nation theory, not directly but indirectly. His ideas did, however, suggest to later politician and thinker the possibility of two separate states. Aligarh movement, Sir Syed first and foremost objective was to modernize the Muslim following the Western cultural value that could create friendly atmosphere for the two communities. He motivated his community Muslim to learn the Western philosophy and English literature to get along with the ruling people. Therefore, in order to fulfill this desire, he started the Aligarh movement. Aligarh movement by Sir Syed Ahmad Khan, why he started Aligarh movement to improve Muslim-British relation, to increase political awareness among Muslim, to reform Muslim educational system through introducing Western education to lead to better economical status. Impact, what was the impact of Aligarh movement? Overall improvement in the Muslim educational, social, economical and political status led to the creation of Muslim. Sir Syed Ahmad Khan. Today we will discuss the services done by Sir Syed Ahmad Khan. First we will discuss here educational, mostly his services relating to educational. Educational services, what was done by him 1859 and 1864 he opened school. Later we will discuss in detail the name of these schools and when he opened these school. 1863 Scientific Society was established. 1866 issue Aligarh Institute Gazette. 1875 MAO College, Western education in Islamic setting, status of the Muslim University in 1920. 1886 Mohammedan Educational Conference annual meeting in various cities whereby the cooperation of local Muslim steps were taken for the progress of education. Sir Syed Ahmad Khan educational services impact. Muslim began to value education. Muslim revival, self-improvement, better job led to economical status, feeling of self-worth, aware of their rights, educated Muslim to talk, debate, and convince the British to listen to them. The origin of the All India Muslim League in the 20th session of the Mohammedan Educational Conference. Mohammedan Educational Conference, it was based or started or established by Sir Syed Ahmad Khan, and All India Muslim League, the Muslims political party. I told you when it was established in 1906, when it was origin also in the session of Mohammedan Educational Conference. Now from your book, Sir Sayyid Effort, page number 8, last line. Page number 8, last line, Sir Sayyid Effort. Sir Sayyid Ahmad Khan took the following major steps for the achievement of his objectives. Number 1, causes of Indian mutiny. What was the causes of Indian mutiny? In 1859, Sir Sayyid wrote a book titled Asbab-e Baghavte Hind. It can be asked when Sir Sayyid wrote Asbab-e Baghavte Hind in 1859. Especially meant for reading by the members of the British Parliament. In this book, he tried to prove that the uprising of 1857 was by mean a war of independence. This was just an upheaval spurred by a few troublemongers. He said that certain unwise policies of the British government also paved way for the unrest that resulted in this unfortunate incident. Muslims generally like to label the 1857 events a war of independence, but Sir Sayyid always called it a mutiny. Loyal Mohammedans of India. In the year 1860, Sir Sayyid launched a magazine under the title Loyal Mohammedans of India. Also, it can be asked in MCQs. When Sir Sayyid launched a magazine, Loyal Mohammedan of India, 1860, or which magazine? That was Loyal Mohammedans of India. In this magazine, he started highlighting the services of those Muslims, noble who had put their lives in danger to save the life of the British official and citizen. In this magazine, what was the purpose of this magazine? Why he wrote this magazine? He wrote about the services of those Muslims who helped and who saved the lives of the British officials and citizens in during 1857 War of Independence. Some or other reconciliatory effort in order to bring the British ruler and the Muslims closer to each other. Sir Sayyid wrote a number of books and tracts. Most notable among these are very important short question. Name the books of the Sir Sayyid Ahmad Khan. So you will write these books. Tahqiq-e Lafz-o Nisara, Tabainul Kalam, Risala Ehkam Tam Ahle Kitab, and Aligarh Institute Gazette. You will write the name of these books. Establishment of school during the days of his services. Sir Sayyid Ahmad Khan opened different places, schools. For example, that is Muradabad, 1859. When Sir Sayyid opened school in Muradabad, 1859. When he opened school in Ghazipur, 1862. Establishment of the Scientific Society. Sir Sayyid launched an institution with the purpose of translating important scholarly work from English to Urdu. I told you Muslims, they were not, if we compare to British and Muslim. So Sir Sayyid tried and Sir Sayyid advised to Muslim to learn education, English education, and also Sir Sayyid translated many books English to Urdu. He gave it the name of Scientific Society. Study of the British education system. Sir Sayyid visited England in the year 1869. He made a good use of his opportunity by visiting the most prestigious of the British educational institution. He made a deep study of the curriculum of these institutions, and on his return to India, established a committee named Khastagarane Tarakio Talim Musalmanane Hind. The name of this committee, for which purpose, what was the main purpose of this committee? To establish educational institution in India conforming to the British standard, to make aware the Muslim, the British education. Establishment of the MAO school. As the first step, or the committee Khasgarane Tarakkiye Talim-e Musalmanane Hind established school at Aligarh in the year 1875. It was named Aligarh MAO Mohammedan Anglo-Oriental School. MAO stands for Mohammedan Anglo-Oriental School, and it was opened in 1875. Establishment of MAO College. The MAO school was upgraded to the level of college in the year 1877. Viceroy Lord Lytton did the foundation, led the foundation stone of college and donated a sum of rupees 10,000 from own purse. And also this college was upgraded to university in 1921, but after the death of Sir Syed Ahmad Khan. Establishment of the Mohammedan Educational Conference to motivate the Muslims for acquiring modern knowledge. Sir Syed established Mohammedan Educational Conference in the year 1886. Annual meeting of the conference were held at different important places throughout India, and Muslim League was founded in 1906 in an annual meeting of conference held at Dhaka. Political services and the two nation theory. Sir Syed services in the field of politics are highly meritorious. Following two are the more significant. Number one, as a member of Imperial Legislative Council, he took up the Indian problems very effectively with the Indian government. Number two, in the year 1867, I told you Urdu Hindi controversy started in this year. The Hindus of Benares launched a movement to demand that Urdu should be replaced by Hindi, an official language. Sir Syed, on that time, the great protagonist of Hindu Muslim unity, got utterly disappointed at this unfriendly gesture. He demand for separate electorate was a direct corollary idea of such Hindu overtures. He demanded that the number of Muslim seats in the Vasai Council should be fixed. The Hindu voter should elect Hindu member, while the Muslim member should be elected only by the Muslim member. On that time, when the Urdu Hindi controversy rose or started in 1865, Sir Syed mention and demand that there should be separate electorate system for the Muslims, means indirectly Sir Syed based the two nation theory or the idea of a separate state. When he demands separate electorate system, indirectly Sir Syed demand the separate state. And in the coming time we will study when the Muslims, the Muslim leaders, they clearly demand a separate state. Establishment of the All India Muslim League. Establishment of the All India Muslim League background. First of all, we will discuss the following events paved way for the establishment of All India Muslim League. What was the main why the Muslims of India demand a separate political party? Because of that time, the Congress was established in 1885. Now we will discuss why the Muslim felt that there must be a separate political party for them. These are the different events when the Muslim felt that there should be a separate political party for their safeguard of rights. Number one, establishment of the British system of government. The system introduced after the establishment of the British government in the year 1858 was democratic in nature. Since the Hindu outnumber the Muslims in India population, were on the surer ground under a new political system. The Hindu had already crippled the Muslim economically. If a system based on majority rule, pure and simple, were established, the Muslim were surely going to lose. This state of affair called for Muslim platform to voice Muslim demand effectively. First, when the Muslim felt that there should be a separate political party or the platform to voice Muslim demands effectively, British government system was introduced. I told you British took rule in India in 1858 and they introduced democratic type of government. Democratic type of government, you know that the majority party, of course, they will win this type, they will get the rule and they will took control by the democratic majority party. They will took the control in the country. And Hindu, they were outnumber the Muslims in Indian population. They were on a surer ground under the new political system. So the Muslim, they, if this system based on majority rule, pure and simple, were established, of course the Muslim Hindus, they were in majority, and they will took the control after this democratic type of government. On that time, Muslim felt that there should be a separate political platform. Hindu extremism, we have already learned about Urdu Hindi controversy 1867. The Hindus demanded replacement of Urdu by Hindi as official language. During the same period, Hindu extremists started programs like the Arya Samaj with the purpose to reconvert the Muslim into Hindu religion. Hindu writers spread hatred against the Muslim among their followers. Many Hindu extremists against the Urdu language and started a proper campaign against the Urdu language in 1867, and the same period extremist Hindu, they started a proper program or proper campaign against the Muslim, and this was Arya Samaj with the purpose to reconvert the Muslim into religion. So on that time also Muslim felt that there must be their proper platform to convey their demands to the British government. Establishment of the Indian National Congress. A retired British civil servant A.O. Hume established the Indian National Congress in the year 1885. The Hindus welcomed it enthusiastically and joined it in great number. A retired English man established the Indian National Congress, and on that time, what was the purpose of this political party or a platform? Only and only for the Indians, not mention the Hindus or the Muslim. This was for the Indians, but after some time it became only Hindu political party because Hindu joined it in great number. And I have told you, in partition of Bengal 1905, the role of the Indian National Congress totally show itself a totally Hindu political party. Demand for separate electorate. Sir Syed Ahmad Khan believed that the British system of election, pure and simple, did not suit Indian condition. I told you why, because the Hindus were in majority, so this type of government was not suitable for the Indian system, because this will reduce the Muslim to the position of permanent slavery and subservience of the majority community. He proposed the system of separate electorate as an alternative. This system obviously could not be made useful unless the Muslim had a political party for their own. Also, one this reason why the Muslim demanded a separate Muslim wanted a separate political party or a platform, because the system which was introduced by the British, pure democratic system, parliamentarian system, that was not suitable for the situation or for the India, because on that time Hindus were in majority. Also, this system obviously could not be made useful unless the Muslim. So they wanted to establish their own political party. Partition of Bengal and Congress attitude. In the year 1905, the British government divided the province of Bengal into two parts. I told you why. Because the administrative problem. This was the reason they divided the Bengal into two parts, East and West Bengal, and only the reason, the administrative problem. It was not possible to one governor to control the whole province, so the British government divided this province. Since the newly created province of East Bengal had a Muslim majority, the Muslims were to benefit from this partition. Hindus launched a strong protest against this decision of the government throughout India. The province of Bengal was the main target of the saboteurs. The Muslims were greatly disappointed when they saw that the Congress, notwithstanding all its claim of neutrality, was supporting the Hindus extremists openly. The role of the Congress, clearly after the partition of Bengal Muslims of India. They observed that it was totally Hindu political party, and only its claim was that it was a neutral political platform. That was totally wrong, and it supported only Hindu extremist openly. Change of government in Britain. Liberal Party returned to power in 1905 election held in Britain. That party gave a program of political reforms meant for India. The Muslim leaders discussed the situation and decided to make a common cause for taking up the demands of the Muslim community with the government. You know, this was the time period when the British, they were ruling in the India, and they, on that time in 1905, Liberal Party returned to power. So the Muslim leaders, they decided to make a common cause, and they wanted to taking to cause for taking up the demands of the Muslim community with the new government. And also this was the reason they wanted their separate political platform. Shimla deputation, very important short question. 35 top ranking Muslim leaders taken from all part of the subcontinent called on the Viceroy Lord Minto at Shimla on October 1st, 1906. Important Muslim demand presented to the Viceroy included reserve quota of seats for Muslim in all representative bodies and separate electorate. This was the main demand or the important demand from the Muslim sides in Shimla conference. Separate electorate, there should be separate seats and reserve quota for the Muslims. The Viceroy expressed sympathy with the Muslim demand and promised to take them up with the British government. The Muslim leaders were greatly encouraged by the Viceroy response. Foundation of All India Muslim League, a session of All India Mohammedan Educational Conference. Who founded Mohammedan Educational Conference? By Sir Syed Ahmad Khan. Was held under the chairmanship of Nawab Wakarul Mulk in December 1906 at Dhaka. Resolution for the establishment of All India Muslim League was moved in this meeting by Nawab Salimullah Khan and was seconded by Maulana Zafar Ali Khan, Hakim Ajmal Khan, and Maulana Muhammad Ali George. Sir Agha Khan was made the first president of All India Muslim League. Important MCQs: who was the first president of All India Muslim League? Sir Agha Khan. Where it was established? In Dhaka. And when it was established, its London branch. Its London branch was established in 1908. And who established? Sir Amir Ali. Objectives. What were the main objectives of Muslim League? The main objectives of the Muslim League: 3-point agenda at the start. At the start, the Muslim League set a 3-point agenda. Number 1, to safeguard and protect the interest of the Indian Muslim, to convey their demand to the British government in a peaceful manner and through constitutional means. This was the first main point or the objective of the Muslims. Number 2, to create feeling of respect, goodwill for the government amongst the Muslim and to remove any misunderstanding there might have regarding government's policies and action. Number 3, to create feeling of brotherhood between the Muslim and other Indian communities. Change of objectives. In 1905, the All India Muslim League 1906, it was established, and when it changed its objectives in 1913, the change of objectives in March 1913, change in the objective of All India Muslim League were made on Quaid-e-Azam initiative. Policy of unconditional subservience was forsaken in the favor of self-government suitable for Indian condition. This proved to be a turning point in the history of the Muslims of India. Hope you understand today's lecture. Thank you, student. Have a nice day.